TC Podcast.
All right, go ahead. All right, you do the intro.
Yeah, because you're on your phone. Hi, everybody. This is Out the Chute, episode 7, with me, Daphne, and this guy, Jeff.
My bad. What's up, y'all? Got the intro covered. I couldn't even speak. Episode 7. I about said optisode. That doesn't make much sense. Optisode.
That made me think about that.
Octomom?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Why does that?
That's a lot of babies.
Ooh. Wait a minute. She's the one that had them all at the same time, right?
Well, she didn't have them. She had them pulled out of her, yeah. Had them at the
They was in her.
Yeah.
Eight.
8 babies.
8. Yo, you imagine that? 8 kids at one time, all the same age? Like, nah. Oh, you could have a starting 5 and a pretty deep bench in basketball.
8 children. I would just,
Boy, this is getting off to a good fast start.
I was just sitting here thinking 8 kids. No, I can't say anything because I just left Emmett. I'd have 8 of him this morning. He's so sweet.
That's different, though.
Why?
Because they're grandkids. You get to skip all the BS you got to put up with to get to the grandkids.
Why? What are you doing that to your phone for?
So I can look at the damn notes.
Oh, I was just saying because you're texting somebody about a football game.
Nah, that's over with. I'll tell you, my old boss and good friend of mine, Tom, down at the floor factory, just hit me up and said, "Are you in PC?" Because he knew we were in Florida last week. And I said, "No." He said, "Oh, well, me and B are about to bounce to the Florida State-Miami game. Wanted to see if you wanted to go." And I was like, "Nah, you couldn't pay me to go watch that trash bucket of a team out of Tally right now because I'm upset with the program." So Tom said, "Yeah, I hope they're asleep for another week." So I say, "Sleep? They're in a coma. They ain't waking up." You don't get that because you don't care about foosball.
I don't support football right now.
That's college. Chill out.
Okay.
Chill out. What do you support, baby?
Not a lot these days.
You really do need to up your energy level a little bit.
My energy level's great. I just don't support. I mean, this world's gone to shit here lately.
Let's go hog hunting.
Let's not.
Tell everybody the hog hunting story.
No. It's because I'll never
Then I
go
will.
back hog hunting again because you tricked me. Yeah, you did. Don't even shake your head. You tricked me.
First off, any of y'all ever been hog hunting in a Victoria's Secret jacket? It's a brand new all white Reebok tennis shoes.
They weren't
And
all
some
white. They
very,
were gray.
very expensive Miss Me jeans or buckle jeans, whatever they were. 5:38 a.m. is what you were wearing when I took Daphne hog hunting with God's Country Outfitters down in beautiful San Mateo, Florida. Shout out to the Harrington boys.
Yeah, well, that's because you tricked me. Like hog hunting, I thought we was going to get up in a tree stand and just wait for some pigs to run by, and
Negative.
that's not how it worked at all.
What happened?
Well, first of all, y'all don't use guns, which is totally against. Hunting and guns go together.
No.
Yes, they do.
That means that
In Tennessee, it does.
You just described sitting and ambushing. This
No.
was hunting.
Okay, so we hunted these poor little pigs,
Pour my ass.
which were pretty mean, but yeah. So, well, we hunted down these
In what?
hogs. What do you mean in what? In nothing.
Where?
Oh, in the swamp. I don't know how many snakes that I probably crawled over. All I can say was
Just briar patches and thick, gnarliest terrain you can have in Florida on the swamp. But you champed it out, baby. You on your knees, elbows crawling through like little Charlie from the Damon Wayans movie. Which one was that? Major Pain? I'll give you something to take your mind off that pain, boy. That's what Daphne was out there just stroking along with little Charlie coming after him. And Charlie had his... But sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But if you could have seen my wife in that Victoria's Secret... What was it? Pink.
it was a pink jacket. That was like the second or third pink jacket
But it
I
was
lost
gray.
in the whatever. Excuse me. It's still
Got
it
that
was
Corona cough.
pink. No, I do not have corona.
So-
It was the
so-
pink.
We
line.
get way deep down old Yelvington Road. We turning dogs out, or Charles turns the dogs out, and I mean, it wasn't 5 minutes. One's bait up, right? Then, so We start walking toward the GPS signal. Daphne stops dead in her tracks in this country. I mean, as Paula Dean just stopped and says, now, where's the fucking gun? It sounded like Granny Clampett out in the It's like, Jethro, where's the gun?
That's because nobody was holding one.
And somebody gave her a blade, though. Somebody give you like a 7-inch
Yeah, I'm
knife.
like, what would you like me to do with this?
They gave her a 7-inch, like,
I considered stabbing you, but
Kershaw, just here, go fend for yourself. But anyway,
there was a pit bull named Seven.
that was your friend.
Mm-hmm.
That was your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
So after, I mean, we catch one about 30 minutes in, and then it was fun. It was cool because she got to experience and all this. But the thing that sucked, and a lot of anybody, all you hog hunters, as soon as we get that one turned loose, man, we trying to get back to the truck to get on the road and get going. They bait up another one, so we had to go catch another hog that one.
Y'all.
Dabney was so damn mad. Oh, and it was around what 700-800 degrees, easy.
By 7 a.m.
It was terrible, bro. It was one of the hottest days on the history of Earth.
They
Period.
cut his little balls off.
I ain't trying to listen to PETA people right now. Just keep.
Well,
them
that's
out of it.
true. What happens, and I didn't know that before I go hog hunting, is what they do to hogs.
No, it ain't.
Okay, whatever.
It's not.
Then what do they do?
We turn them loose and eat them later when they get bigger.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you didn't enjoy hog? Oh, no. So here's the funny thing.
No.
We got back, and like I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, we were down in Florida, and Jake wanted to go hog hunting. Jake was only like 5, so I took him hog hunting. But I took him hog hunting like Daphne thought she was going hog. Took him sitting in the condo stand in front of a feeder. But the thing was,
That's because you knew better than to take my baby into what you took me into.
that feeder went off. I was over there about crashed out too. It was the afternoon. We were worn out for some reason. I don't know, looking at my phone or something. The feeder goes off, and I'm like, all right, Jake. I look over. Jake's laying on the floor of the stand, just cutting Z's. I was like, let's just pack it on in. We were worn out, but it was fun. Oh, you're all in your feels because you saw those old videos of how old we're getting.
My baby.
I know, man.
No, I saw the old videos of how you used to brainwash my kid.
There's no brainwash. Look, Google Photos albums popped up, and I didn't know that you could see, like, literally from every date. Which
I'm talking about the videos.
Yeah, I know. That's what was cool. So I'm scrolling through from 2013, because that was the last ones that were on, well, when I first got whatever it is, Google Cloud or whatever. There's some videos of Jacob at 5 years old that are, let's just say, funny. He had no
Filter.
That's
because you taught him.
He
But he was so cute. He was blonde, had a little mohawk.
It had just a little bit of a country twang. I pick up all the ladies with my basketball skills. Just skills. I remember when he used to always call me in there and I'd try to playing the PlayStation. I can't get past this level. It's like this level. So anyway, before we get all teary-eyed about how old we are, you remember that? Oh Lord, we was going to a 4th of July in Georgia, Taylor County Boondocks.
God.
I'm about to give a shout out and tell a story about some of the best people I ever met in my life. In fact, I met his wife in my drawers.
Oh my God, I remember.
And a pair of lime green undies because the bus air had gone out.
No, it didn't. We just had was user error. When we got there, Tommy fixed it.
Well, the air wasn't on for an entire weekend. All leather bus. We were in the part of Georgia that Charlie Daniels went to when he was writing the song.
Hell.
Because it was so hot. And we were literally sitting on the bus in just underwear and bathing suits and shit. It was terrible. So anyway, fast forward 3 or 4 years later, we met Tommy and Kelly Royston out of Hartwell, Georgia. Was that Hartwell?
Hartwell, Georgia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we're in an RV. We had just bought an RV. Another vehicle.
Oh yeah, we had. Yeah.
We were stoked because it was set up perfect. No back bedroom. It was just all couches, all kinds of
It was set up
room.
for a band.
Perfect. Got swindled on that one.
No, actually, that was nothing.
It just didn't pool.
Mm.
So anyway, we're going to Taylor County Boondocks, 4th of July, in the middle of Georgia. It's hot. You know it's hot. This thing just blows up.
The flywheel came off.
They said they didn't even have a flywheel.
Flew off or something.
It came off.
Yeah.
Either way, we're on the side of 75. And we've got, 3.5 hours left?
At least.
We need to find somebody quick, first off, that can locate us in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. 2, that has the tools and the manpower to take this trailer off this RV, put onto another truck, and still somehow get 6 of us to this venue. 8 of us, actually, because Susan was with us that weekend, and Rick was there, and Connor's girl at the time was there. There was like 10 of us. Because you remember their ride home? We'll get to that in a minute. Forgot about that.
You know what, though? Now that I think about it, that was the moonshine in Georgia night.
Absolutely. Okay. And there's a reason why.
Obviously.
You probably didn't even get mad we were drinking that evening because of what we went through. So we're sitting on the side of the interstate putting out SOS signals on Facebook. Tommy and Kelly hit us up. Where you at? We try to explain to them. We get close. They're 3 hours from there. They stop what they're doing on 4th of July weekend to drive across the state
to come get us.
Bring their big Suburban, no tools, because we literally, me, Tommy, Rick,
Connor,
all the boys, Connor, Damon, Ronnie, and Monkey.
Yep. Dude,
we lifted the Moccasin Creek trailer loaded off of that RV, bro. I gagged on my nuts. It was terrible. I was like, holy we got it off, got the RV out of the way, hooked it up to his Tahoe, jumped in with them, left that bitch in Georgia for 3 days until it could get picked up.
We left it.
They drove us 3.5 hours to this venue, get there with time to
barely
sound check.
No, I don't even think y'all sound
play.
Check. Demon was playing
and directly after, all we could do was just start drinking because there was how did we get? Okay, so I remember getting home. We rented them a vehicle, correct?
No, Tommy and Kelly brought us home. Tommy and Kelly brought us to Winchester.
Connor was driving behind us in Sid's little car because Connor, Monkey, Damon, that girl, Rick, a dog, and their equipment all rode home from Georgia in a hatchback, bro. When they were pulling out of the mud park, you could just see Damon smashed up against the back window this is about to suck. But then Tommy and Kelly, man, you can't say enough about these people. They drove us all the way back to Winchester, which was like an 8-hour drive. And then back 4 hours for them. So they spent 30 hours or 48 hours helping us get to where we were and what we had to do. And in between, we drank a lot of moonshine with the Waffle House peoples. And Tommy also said one of the best one-liners I'd ever heard in my life that weekend, too.
Tommy said a lot of one-liners that week.
He said, you know why my wife likes me? He said, because, most dudes have to, they stick it in. What'd he say?
Stop. This is PG.
Oh, no, it ain't.
Okay.
He said,
warning.
He said, most guys got to walk up and stick it in. Shit, I stick it in and walk up. I was like, I want to hang out with this dude forever. And he doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't do. He is just high on life. And I need to go fishing with him if he'll have me. I'm begging for some good bass trips right now. I'm supposed to go with Treston Cobb. He's asked me a bunch of times. I ain't been able to go. Pat Rose, Tommy. And here I am, live on the lake, and they ain't wet a line. Whose fault is that?
You fell through the deck.
True. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I just wanted to make sure to say, hey, Nick, is this thing even recording up there?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Wiggle that mouse, because that's my time gauge. You know what I'm saying? So we were talking about that. Oh, and we talked about the Sevierville getting caught. No, you never finished, because you were going to tell them how scared you are of bridges when the Black Beast turbo went out on the next to last time we ever took it out. We bought that from the GoFundMe. We took it on literally 6 trips. It came home on a tow truck 3
5
times.
of them.
No, we took it on 6 trips. It came home on a tow truck 3 times, and one time it came home okay, and the other time we left it in Illinois.
Then every time it didn't come home.
Indiana. Indiana.
No, it stopped on a bridge.
Bruh.
Like on a bridge.
Dude, like, so many things had stopped working in it. We were scared that it wouldn't go into park if we didn't make it to the top of this bridge. Like, the turbo boost had already gone out. We had already missed a gear somewhere else. I mean, it was like, I remember at one point it would like only go in reverse for like an hour. Like, it was terrible. We were going up that big ass bridge, and I mean, literally, we were all running to the front. Like, I throw a bag out, dude. So we got to get to the top, bro. We coasted down that hill. We were there forever too.
We were sitting on the side of the. Yeah, we got on the
at
exit.
a gas station that was closed.
Yeah, pull into a gas station that literally closed.
The
5 minutes after we
only
pulled in.
BP in America that's not 24 hours. We're sitting there.
That's because we were in the middle of nowhere in Knoxville.
That was oxymoronish because Knoxville is pretty big in a city.
Not that part.
Yeah, we were on the outskirts, way
Yeah.
out there. Speaking of outskirts, we stayed on some outskirts these places. Where were we at when we stayed in those 2 cabins that were real, real nice? And that was the first time I really got stoned. They had me out there on the porch. We had the creek that ran right in front of it. We stayed in the cabin, and Rick and all of them stayed in the cabin right next to us. That wasn't Giraffe Barn.
That was Virginia.
That was awesome. Was that the same weekend we got stuck 7 times?
I think so.
And the beaver got killed?
That was Virginia, I'm pretty sure.
Now, there was another trip to Virginia where we took the Black Beast, and we had a pop tire. We had
No, we stayed in Virginia that night.
remember I jumped a curb on the way back and busted a tire?
That was Virginia. The first time we went to Virginia where we got stuck in the field was the cabins because you and Chuck were back at the cabins taking a nap when we went down the first time.
That's right.
And I thought to myself, we're going to die here tonight.
That's right. It was so crazy, that place. I don't want to talk. We talked about it already on another episode, but that was a wild weekend, man.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the same weekend where the Mr. lady from the Happy Gilmore show jumped on our windshield when we came in.
That was West Virginia.
On the Ohio border. Like, wasn't part of that park in West Virginia and part in Ohio?
Not real sure, but I think Nick was there for that one.
Oh, yeah. That's the one we signed a baby that was a month, about an hour
Nick's
old.
over here going, yeah.
That baby was an hour old. Still
No, it was
Bro,
a
they cut the umbilical cord at the mud ball.
No.
And used the umbilical cord as a snatch rope.
No.
It was that young, man.
No. No. They're actually still really good fans. And
Oh, I know. It was just cool to we have babies out there all the time. But that was by far the youngest baby.
That was probably the youngest baby.
She was like, I tried to have it early enough to come to the show. Looks like you did.
It was
funny.
A baby.
Man, that place
I was like,
was
oh my
crazy.
gosh, you have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
At a mud bog.
That place was cray. That place.
You signed a baby at a mud bog in Florida.
I saw a baby not too long ago.
There was an all ages bikini contest at a mud bog in Florida.
This is Jerry Sandusky was it was a
little scary.
Think they worded it poorly.
Way poorly.
They had a wet T-shirt contest at a mud
Even
bog.
worse. I would have just stuck with bikini contest.
Oh, I'm getting to it. They had a wet T-shirt contest, and then they were like, "No, there's kids here. You can't do that. So we'll just have a hot body or a bathing suit, whatever it's called, bathing suit contest."
For all ages.
Yes, and that's when they said, since it's not wet T-shirt, we can have any and all ages. And this is when the Jerry Sandusky thing was going on at Penn State, and I was like, my dad was there. He's like, "Who's judging this, Sandusky?" Dude, I was rolling. I've never seen anything like that. Now, I did see a lady with a dead leg strip at a Pike rally on the stage in front of us. That's a true story. You know what I mean by dead leg? Like, you got to drag that bitch to walk, and she was stripping. We saw something that night, and I'm not even going to talk about it.
Stop. We're not going to talk about that. We are not going to talk about that.
That was one of the... Steve wants to know. Look, he popped up from the control room. Like,
No. I will not allow that to be talked about on here.
Yeah, it was brutal. But that was one of another shows that we... Bro, we toyed with Mother Nature too much, man. It was lightning. I got zapped like a couple times that night.
Mm-hmm.
On a metal stage, there's a Cat 4 hurricane like 6 feet in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning popping. I'm zipping. Yeah, that was crazy. Where were we at? I remember
that was in Tennessee.
One of my attorneys was with us that weekend.
That was in Tennessee. We'll just leave that totally off the radar because I don't really care for that place.
Oh yeah, it was a trash hole. I
But-
mean, I don't care. Look, we play a lot of cool places. We play a lot of places that are trash buckets.
Yeah, but I can't call people trash baggers because I'm still in the booking
No,
world.
that's not the thing. It's like there's still good people, and there's
No, there's
it's
some
like
people out there that
anywhere
aren't
you go.
good people, but we'll leave that to the.
Oh no, I get it. But what I was going back to was that's the lawyer that fed me beaver. That's the first time I got to eat beaver. We was talking about stomping a beaver.
You're
then I
talking
started
about like
first time I got
not-
to eat beaver.
yeah, that doesn't come out well.
Nick's over there about to spit his water out. Man, I told you can be a 50-year-old man and a pecker and a fart joke still make somebody laugh on accident. So that was the first time I'd ever eaten the animal, a beaver, and it was really
didn't.
fatty. Really fatty.
You ate rattlesnake.
I love rattlesnake's fine.
That was disgusting.
Real pork choppish. That's just because you saw it.
Yeah.
If you saw the after product without seeing it skinned out, it was fine. It was jalapeno and
They had bear in their stew. Like, I'm like, where am I at? The hills have eyes. There's
No.
rattlesnakes. There's bears. Like, I don't.
But this was cream cheese and jalapeno stuffed smoked rattlesnake that was like eating jalapeno chips. It was so good.
I'm still
It was
good.
crispy and good.
Like, I ate crackers that night.
That's right. I had I was a chili judge. I've been that a couple times.
I ate crackers until we got out there. I was like,
Hey,
I'm good.
I know a guy back home that used to every year their little club, like it wasn't not Kiwanis, but one of those types clubs, right? Every year the men get together and they have a chili cook off. And it's like $10 to enter, and it's 10, you can win like $100. This dude won it like 6 years in a row. All he did was every year he'd go get 10 99-cent cups of chili from Wendy's, put it in his crock pot, and bring that bitch up there and win every year. I'm like, that's terrible. First off, Wendy's chili sucks. And secondly, y'all,
I don't like chili.
I know, un-American.
No, I'm not.
My wife is listen,
Ouch, hit my neck.
she doesn't eat anything American. She don't eat hot
I
dogs.
do too.
She don't eat hot dogs.
Hot dogs is elbows and assholes.
She doesn't eat hot dogs.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't eat apple pie.
I don't. The only pie I've ever eaten that I like is,
Dang pie. That was The Rock.
is caramel. But okay,
You don't eat
chili
chili because it's got beans in it.
and
She doesn't eat lobster.
that's not American. What's that got to do with? That's seafood.
Baby, I'm just saying. There's a lot of
I like crab legs.
You do. You like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You're not picky.
I just don't like lobster.
I just thought that being from where you're from, you would prefer more like vegetables than you do.
I do like vegetables.
I know. I'm just saying, like most beans, like you don't like any beans, but like green beans. That's it. I mean, there's like 714 different peas and types of beans.
I like edamame.
Yeah, edamame.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that the name of that gorilla they killed?
No, stop.
That was in the Cincy Zoo.
His name was not edamame.
What was it?
I don't know.
Harambe. It was Harambe. I thought it was edamame. Edamame, something like that.
Poor gorilla.
I know, man. I still may look. I understand they had to do what they had to do. They could have.
No, they didn't.
They probably could have darted him, but still, that all results back to somebody let the kid get too far off the leash. We should just leash kids.
I'm all for leashing kids.
You remember
Trust
them
me.
kids that used to have leashes on them when we used to pick at them growing
There's
up?
nothing wrong with putting a kid on a leash, especially at a zoo.
Good.
I mean, no, I'm serious.
Oh, like a 2-year-old or something? I
Yeah.
guess, I used to be
Yeah.
I would be open-minded for once. I used to be the first person to just pick and laugh at that. And then I realized one time, being an asshole, and I learned a lesson too. I was like, look at this kid over here. They can't control him. And he was autistic. So I'd never said that again. I thought this was, 20 years ago. They didn't have any idea of what. I thought it was just like, oh, this parent can't control their kid. They've got him on a leash. And then it's like I get older and grow and see these things, especially being around children now. I gotta agree with you a little bit. Like up to a certain age, 3-4 years old, if you're at a zoo, if you're at a water park, stuff like that, I can justify it now because I remember we just slip away from mom and just bounce like
it's nothing to do with unruly kids. Kids are quick.
Oh yeah.
I
But I just got to go out on a
and there's a bunch of crazy people out there that'll snatch your kid now.
But don't get mine back. But I just got to go out on a limb and say, no matter the circumstance, I think I do enough and you do enough upbringing at the house that my kid ain't trying to go talk to Harambe the gorilla.
All kids want to talk to Harambe the gorilla.
Up close and personal, you probably going to be like, hey, son.
No, it's a monkey.
It's not a monkey.
It is a monkey.
It's a 300-pound silverback gorilla that can grab you by the arms and split your torso in half.
But he's... Okay, so they shouldn't show King Kong.
Could. Rest in paradise.
They shouldn't show
Harambe.
King Kong to children.
Don't get on this, baby. They got TikTok.
Monkeys are cute. All monkeys are cute. Even gorillas. I feel bad for gorillas.
Yeah, man. Let's not get on this.
I can't go to a zoo. It hurts my heart to go to a zoo and see a gorilla. I
had some real mixed. Like, I understand hunting and I understand like controlling population. I understand having to hunt populations to grow them. But a lot of people don't realize. For sport. Yeah, I've never.
Don't hunt for sport. You should never hunt for sport.
You hunt for a couple more reasons than just food, though. Like, for instance, the giraffe that everybody got upset about like 2 years ago, guy or girl, I can't remember. They go over and they pay an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah, but who can kill a giraffe?
Listen to me, and I'm going to explain it. They go over and kill this big bull male giraffe.
Mm-hmm, I can rebut this.
Okay, well, you might not if you let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this on Joe Rogan, so I know it's true.
It's
actually,
true,
he knows the people that went over there and did. Listen, they pay this crazy amount of money to take this. What happened was this bull giraffe had already killed a couple male calves that were getting old. What they do is once they get to an age and the older giraffes can't reproduce anymore, they become bullish and they'll kill the young and keep them down. And their population will go down because they'll only mate with like that. So you have to check the exacts, obviously. But so they had somebody come in. They pay a ton of money. None of the giraffe is wasted. The villagers eat every bit of it. Had they not done that, who knows how many more calves and baby giraffes this angry bull giraffe's going to take. He can't reproduce anymore. This community gets so much money and they get to feed themselves off. I see those arguments for protected stuff. But
a giraffe.
We can't have a giraffe, honey. Not at this house. Actually, it'd be easy to feed it out of the kitchen. Just walk out on the deck and get... Oh, let's do that.
Now Jeff wants a giraffe.
No, you've seen that place you can stay where the giraffes just poke their head in and be like, hey, what up? Wake up. You've had a giraffe lick you. It feels like sandpaper.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm just saying. I laid in a trough and poured feed on me.
You're disgusting. We're going to stop at this point.
That off.
We're not going to talk about that.
It was interesting.
That was before my time.
Yeah, it was. That was bad. Hey, so what else we got on here that was on the note list that we didn't? Just looking at the topics are. Oh man, it's not a long story, but I can just tell you that we played the Boggin and Bunnell Mud Bog in Florida in the middle of the heat, nasty,
I think we've already told people
season.
about that. What is Kendall's main what?
Oh, that night we stayed at Kendall's, and I don't remember staying at Kendall's. And we played Main Street the next day at 2. It was real hot, and they had trash cans everywhere. And somebody's hat fell off, and they tried to grab it real quick because they didn't want anybody to see the bald spot. But that was the night that
Nick's
we were
laughing. Nick is like rolling over.
That was the night we were introduced to that liqueur. What's the shit that they all drink? This all Fireball.
Well, first of all, there ain't no we would introduce anything. That would be you.
Look, man, it was so new. I thought it was just like one of those little pretty, like sweet shooters that I didn't realize it was liquor.
You drank a handle.
Yes, I did. And I woke up in a house that I've been in 1,500 times. If you wouldn't have been there, I'd have probably I was so freaked out, I'd probably jumped out of the window, wouldn't I? I didn't know where we were. I started crying. I was shaking. Bro, it was bad. So I can't drink liquor, man.
It's a wonder you didn't die.
Yeah, it was bad because I didn't. So we had to play the next day in Daytona at Bike Week on Main Street at what, like 2?
Like 3 in the afternoon.
Why does it? I am so fat. Almost every story we talk about is how hot it was.
It was hot that day. I remember that was another Carlock thing. Carlock running around trying to find buckets for you to puke on stage.
Oh, that was terrible.
And trying to find Tums. We went through all kinds of people's cars to find Tums.
I remember the whoever was the person that was like, I don't know the name for him, that was taking care of the band. Mm-hmm. I remember walking up, y'all need any drink? No! Nobody here is drinking today. Nobody in this band drinks, period. No. Like, people were trying to send up shots. Put that down there. I put that down there. We had a lot of Daytona.
Yeah, that was you.
No, dear. We played a lot of Daytona at the beginning and did a lot.
Played a lot in Daytona. But
had a lot of fun, had a lot of craziness. Ran up a humongous tab at a restaurant inside of a hotel over about 4 years' time.
Oh,
it's cool though because he sold it and made his money back. But that's the thing. People don't realize the help we had, man. Like, if we didn't have Natalie and Carlock and all them at the beginning, hell, half these times we went on the road, we'd have literally 100% would not have eaten. We would not have been able to feed the whole band and the other people. I mean, it was that down. What was the name? The nice hotel.
I can't think.
All I'm going to say is it literally saved us a few times. And it got us out there, man. I can't, like, literally, one of the first shows we ever did was in front of 3,500 people.
Mm-hmm. Dayton to
College
Daytona.
spring break. Granted, about 40 of them remembered us and liked it, which is fine. That wasn't our fan base. We didn't know what our fan base was, but we learned a lot. We learned that we sucked right out the gate, son.
Y'all didn't suck.
It was
Y'all
bad.
had been a band for 2 months.
If that.
If that. The drummer didn't even know the words to the songs.
But hey, that was an awesome trip too, because Jacob got up on stage and sang with us. No, that was the next time we went down there.
Yeah, Jacob wasn't at spring break.
I
don't let my kids at spring break.
He sang "Middle East, won't you meet my middle finger?" And then people started tipping him and giving him money because he was cute and 5, and we was sitting up there broke as hell. Like, hey, here's the band tips. Jake's like, hey, they talking to me, player. I was like, dang. That one lady walked up to him and said, excuse me, can I get your autograph? And Jake looks at me and he looks at the lady and goes, I guess. Hands me he hands me like whatever's in his hand so he can just scribble he couldn't even write yet, I don't think. I mean, he was really close to just being able to sign his name. But he saved us. He saved our lives. One of the only 4 or 5 shows you've never been to. But my parents were there at the Seminole Harley-Davidson.
Key word, you had my kid. I think the only reason he was there is because your parents were there.
Yeah, why was he with me and you weren't there?
I'm not sure.
You were still working, I think.
I think he wanted to go to Florida and I let him go see your mom.
Yeah, we played.
Because I wouldn't have let him go with just you and Chuck. No way in hell.
We played the Harley-Davidson in Seminole County, and it was literally, and it's not racist because it was Puerto Rican Pride Day motorcycles.
Or was it Puerto Rican? I don't know, whatever.
It was Puerto Rico because it was funny. It was because it was like, okay, we're about to sing a bunch of songs,
all American songs.
Not even that, just like country. Like, is this gonna work, dude? They freaking loved it. We weren't sure. But we had Jake come up and sing Middle Finger for the Middle East and loosen up the crowd. Boy, we killed it in merch. He was signing autographs. We had this whole new fan base. I remember one lady was like, she's like, I know speak English real well. My husband tell me, we like you. I was like, hell yeah. Like, whatever. It was cool, but we had some interesting trips in Florida. My pot roast is done, and I'm starving. You got to be somewhere, too, don't you?
I'm surprised my child does not tell me more stuff that you have.
Oh, you're late.
No, I'm not. I said 10 after. I'm not late.
Okay. Well, we got errands to run and food to eat and money to make. Is that what you're going to do? Make money or cook food?
No.
Make food for money?
No.
All right. Either way, we'll catch y'all next time. Wrap it up. Where are you going?